good morning. We're going to talk about water quality. Great, you guys already collected your notes from last class. You all picked up the packet as you walked into the room. We're also going to hand you guys some playing cards as well. So you guys, we talked about water quality last class. And you guys remember the different parameters. Let me give you guys a playing card. Just hold on to this for now. Everyone's familiar with playing cards, right guys?
Yeah. Okay, so while she's handing out her playing cards, just think about some of the stuff that water entails. So, who likes to go swimming? Woo! Okay, do you want to swim in a pool like this?
Yes. No.
Or do you want to swim in a pool like this? Okay, so...
Who drinks water? Anyone got some water in their water bottles? Did some baking today, maybe this weekend?
So would you rather drink/use this water? Or this water?
Delicious.
So who of you like to fish or play in a stream, collect salamanders, that sort of thing, rocks? So would you rather go foraging in this stream or this dirty stream with all that runoff?
I'm sure those salamanders really love that. I love the beach. Does everyone else love the beach?
Heck yes.
Nice, beautiful, happy beach.
You want that beach, right? Or
Burr,
do
burr.
you want that beach?
That's Jersey, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So, as you guys are responding to these pictures, what are you thinking about? And you can be writing this down, that first part of your packet, that very first question as we discuss. So, what are you thinking about when you're answering these questions about water quality? What's drawing you to thoughts about why it's good or bad? Yeah.
How clear it is.
How clear it is. Okay, so clarity is really important to testing our water. Very good. Yeah.
All the stuff around it.
The stuff around it is
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
So it's a better word than stuff, though.
Garbage.
Nice. Scientists don't like stuff. We like words.
Very good. And so you guys are talking about this and you're answering this from your perspective as people, but we also have to think about the organisms in those ecosystems. So as you guys watch this little video, I want you to reflect how you answered, but also apply that to the creatures in our ecosystems.
Of sea creatures in southwest Florida and harming the tourism business. This red tide usually lasts about 6 months, but officials say this bloom could last until next year. Manuel Bojorquez reports.
They're dying by the tens of thousands. Fish, eels, turtles, sometimes as far as the eye can see in parts of southwest Florida.
This is
Okay, there's one manatee right there.
One of several lifeless manatees was pulled from the water. The suspected culprit, a toxic algae bloom known as red tide.
So have you ever seen it this bad?
No. I've seen some bad ones. This is the worst I've ever seen.
Ozzie Fisher has been a fishing guide here for more than 20 years and is already seeing cancellations.
It's hard to breathe around it.
Oh.
It stinks.
It really stinks. Imagine if you paid $5,000 to come here on vacation and you tell your wife and your 3-year-old to go on the beach and breathe this in. You can't do that. And I mean, it's bad.
The toxins can be harmful to humans too, causing respiratory illnesses for some beachgoers. The algae and bacteria are usually found in pockets, but this year they've mushroomed over 150 miles. Warmer waters and runoff from lakes and streams can feed the problem. The red tide, which typically goes away in spring, has persisted for 9 months.
Here on Sanibel Island, cleanup crews have not been able to keep up with this putrid wave of dead sea life, and it extends for miles in either direction. There's no telling how long this could last. The worst bloom on record, back in 2006, lasted 17 months. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Sanibel Island, Florida.
What do you guys think? Is water quality important?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, okay? So now in that particular video, they did talk about the algae bloom. So we did talk a little bit in our previous classes about the biotic things living in the ecosystem and the abiotic things that are non-living. So that algae, living or non-living? Living, okay? But what was affecting that algae blooming? Yeah.
Other chemicals in the water.
Chemicals in the water? They talked about warmer water. They had that little image of Lake Okeechobee. If you guys don't know, there's lots of agriculture around that area. We'll be testing ammonia, one of your favorite factors, later today, and that's all going to be contributing to the nitrogen in the water.
So let's kind of think about now, why is analysis of water quality important?
Why would those scientists, why they be reporting about an event like this? Yeah.
Well, in the video it said that like it was causing harm to humans that were even breathing near it. So
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Maintaining a stable ecosystem.
So now we saw, sorry, go ahead.
Some people like fish in the oceans, and that's their livelihood.
Yeah, we first started with how water quality affects us, so you could tell that gentleman think he was happy or content with the water quality situation. He's a fishing guide. Definitely not, so it affects people as well as the organisms in our ecosystem.
Indeed. So now let's think about, so we know dirty water.